Indeed. In fact, maybe that's one of the reasons why Benjamin, who is calling us on Skype from California, is considering making a move. Benjamin, are you with us?
I'm here.
Good to have you on the line. I know that you are a Free State Project participant. Are some of those the reasons why you're considering leaving California and coming to New Hampshire?
Oh, absolutely. I know that's the reason why my entire family is actually signed up as part of the Free State Project.
Wow. Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know we've heard from your mother before, and we know your brother is also on board. That's huge. And
Benjamin, just to give props, he was one of the first people to send us a message when we first did the soft launch for the campaign. And
for Free State Now?
Yes, and he's got an affiliate link that he can spread and get signers with.
Very cool.
Right, Benjamin?
Absolutely. I've already turned it into a QR code, and I'm just trying to figure out a good way to spread it around.
Excellent.
Nice. So what were you calling about tonight?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of people, on Facebook and around the internet, because of the whole, guns being in the media lately, talking about, well, guns are to protect us against tyranny, and I won't let go of my guns. I'll have to take them from me by force, and people being excited over sheriffs who are like, I'm not going to enforce any Obama gun control or whatever. And I have to just say, I think they're all full of it. All these gun polishers are just full of crap. They're not willing to do anything now, so they're not willing to do low-level activism or assert their rights now, but they're going to go get themselves killed when when the government's coming for them. I think it's laughable.
I think that in response to that, there's a saying that it's easy to die for what you believe in. It's difficult to live it. And so really for them to say that, even if it were true, doesn't take the level of commitment that it does to take action every day towards a positive outcome. Also, everyone has a different line in the sand. And, a lot of people may be upset about foreign wars or the economy or any number of issues, but they're really not going to do anything until it affects their individual life. And for some
until it's too late?
Sure.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. But the fact is that I think for some of these guys, that maybe that is their line, and maybe that will make it personal enough to them that they will actually get involved. But whatever people's lines are, they're all going to get crossed in short order. So we're going to see a huge influx, I think, and that's another reason why the Free State Project, its time has come. Free State Now is making it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. One of the other things I've seen passed around is, people talking about, concentration camps, and some people saying, well, see, it's happened here before, and there's pictures of the Japanese internment camps and how they'll resist that kind of stuff. And I think people are going to look at the past, and instead of going, oh, it's so awful, it's so horrible, we'll go, well, no, look, the American government, the United States government didn't kill the Japanese. They got let out after a few years and destroying their lives.
Right.
I think the fact that it's already happened before and people weren't slaughtered en masse, people go, well, yeah, this sucks and this is horrible, but, if we just if we just stay tough for a little bit, we'll all get let out.
Yeah, well, again, it's sort of the... that's already too late at that point, and,
right.
And I think kind of what I would do personally when dealing with these individuals is, offer up suggestions as to what they can do now to make to enrich their lives with liberty now, and how they can make a better situation for themselves now, instead of talking about, it's the same thing as talking about like the zombie apocalypse or any sort of end time sort of talk. It's like if that's what these individuals are talking about is when this bad thing happens, then I'm going to do this, and yet they're living in this sort of hollow existence. It's sort of like perhaps they just need a little guidance or a little suggestion into, well, you could do things today to make your life better, and they're not that difficult. In fact, people are already doing them. In fact, if you look at this New Hampshire stuff. It's like sort of pushing them and showing them sometimes that there is something outside the box, and that if you think outside the box, maybe they hadn't thought of it, or maybe they're just in this mode.
We kind of did that last night here on Free Talk Live, where the guy called in from New York. He's behind some gun, pro-gun organization, really frustrated, obviously, by the new laws that they're moving through there in New York. And he was talking about how they're gonna have a rally, and they're going to form a third party. And, they're going to, right. We laugh at that because we know it's not going to work.
Right.
We've had the experience.
I don't laugh, man. I cringe.
Yeah.
It's so painful.
It's
just
it? It's such a waste.
Hurts.
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. But they don't know. They've never done anything before. They've just complained before, and now they're looking at their options. What can we do? Okay, it's as you guys have said, it's gone too far already. But a lot of these people, they're just now deciding to do something, and unfortunately, the things they're deciding to do are the same things that people have been trying to do for the last several decades, at least that I've been around, and they haven't worked then, and they're certainly not going to work now. You're not going to be able to start a third party in New York and get any traction.
Sure,
it's
but
ridiculous.
they really, this is one of those places where people really, really do have to make their own mistakes.
That's true. You can't tell them.
There's so many people, and once you start waking up, you decide, well, I better get into politics.
Yep.
And then it takes a while to figure it out.
That it doesn't work. Well, at least it's working in New Hampshire, I think. There are actually people getting elected here as part of the Free State Project. We've had a couple dozen people actually get elected as state house representatives here. But in most places, it just doesn't work. The system's stacked against you. It's certainly stacked against third parties. And as the Ron Paul guys found out, if you're a Ron Paul guy and you're in the Republican Party, that Republican Party is stacked against you. I don't know if you had more, Benjamin. You're welcome to stick with us here in a moment. More coming up.